I'm Sam.
And I'm Greg.
We're human beings. And we like movies.
We'll be doing reviews of brand new releases,
Old classics,
entire sagas.
and even TV shows and video games.
This is Reaction Time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 48 of Reaction Time podcast,
Hi, folks.
where I am Craig, and I'm joined here today by Samantha.
That's me. I'm
Yep.
Samantha. Samantha the guy.
We're going to be talking about Sam's first
My first viewing.
viewing of Spirited Away.
Yes, sir.
And your first viewing of, I wouldn't really classify this as anime, but
Hold on. In what world is this not anime?
okay, it's anime for its craziness, but there's a lot of tropes that anime has that this doesn't do.
Yes, but visually it's anime.
Oh, yeah.
That's the style.
I would
it's
say
in.
more like a Japanese cartoon rather than like full like anime.
Which
Because
is-
when I think of anime, you think of a lot more like tropes, weird, crazy things that they do.
That's fine. However, I am going to refer to this as anime the entire time.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, this is the first time I've watched Spirited Away. Apparently, I was not around in 2001. I
Nope.
skipped that year.
Yeah.
And everybody I've talked to so far grew up on this movie.
You were born in 2002. That's right.
My youngest sister was born in 2002. I was born many years before this. Also, the only really anime style things that I watched when I was a kid was Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and some Digimon.
Yeah, which
And that was it.
That's not really anime.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was as far as my anime took me.
Gotcha.
And I've always hated it.
Really?
Oh,
Even
so
like
much.
Pokemon? Yu-Gi-Oh?
So when I was a kid, I
Come
didn't
on.
know, but now that I've gotten older,
Gotta
I
catch
hate
'em
anime
all,
more
yeah.
every day.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just something that's always rubbed me raw.
Okay.
It feels lazy to me.
Lazy
in a way,
how?
I don't know.
Are you
It's
meaning
like-
lazy for this movie or are you
No,
meaning
the
lazy
animation
for Pokemon?
of anime
Okay.
feels lazy to me. It's
You know this whole movie was hand-drawn.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is impressive.
Yes.
But at the same time, I hate the way it looks.
Really?
And some things, you just hate the way it looks. You know, some people have stupid faces you want to punch for no reason. Some art is just bad. That's
Sometimes
what anime
they film
is
the
for
movie
me.
at an angle
And
the whole
all of
time.
it-
and
all of it, it just, inside, I hate it.
Okay.
Okay. So that's all anime.
Okay.
Nothing against this movie specifically.
Gotcha.
Okay. So can we start by me just asking you what you think about this movie? By the way, everybody, should we just jump into spoilers on this one?
Yeah. I mean,
First of all, there's
22
nothing to
years old.
spoil. Second of all, well, just barely.
Yeah, there's some stuff to
There's
spoil.
some stuff, but
Yeah.
everything that would be spoiler is literally in the little description of the movie. You know what I mean? It says what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't think.
I mean,
and it's 22 years old, and apparently everybody else has seen it anyway.
everybody has seen
And
this
I would assume
movie.
anybody listening to this episode has seen it.
Yeah.
So
If you haven't, I guess,
spoiler alert.
spoiler alert. So this movie is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Wow,
Oh,
really?
100%.
That's crazy. Okay.
I love, there isn't anything I don't like about this movie.
Wow.
I love the visuals.
Wow.
I love the story.
Okay.
I think the acting is all great.
Okay.
There's a lot of people in this movie that I didn't realize.
Like voice actors?
Yeah. I
Oh,
knew
okay.
it was Lilo, but I didn't know like
Like
Meg
from Lilo
from
and
Her-
Stitch?
Yeah.
Is that the main girl?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Meg from Hercules is Lynn.
Okay.
Max from Goofy Movie is Haku.
That makes sense because this is a Disney movie.
Yes,
It's a
in a
Disney.
way.
Well, no, it's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's Disney Japan
It's
or
it's Studio Ghibli who
Yeah.
distributed with Disney.
with Disney. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, score was great.
So 10 out of 10.
10. Oh
Man,
yeah,
that
10
is
out of
crazy.
10. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Vibe the whole time.
Okay.
It's so out there. It's so weird, and I love it.
Okay.
But I also grew up on all of this.
Yeah.
So I'm so curious your thoughts.
This is why I said this is going to be one of the most fun episodes we ever did. So
Is there an angry mob that's going to come attack you?
So let me tell you. Okay, so let me tell you my thoughts on this movie. I'm gonna try not to exaggerate.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be okay. Here's the thing. Before I say anything,
Okay.
you know me. I have my opinions.
Yes.
But I'm also not too opinionated. Like I feel like I'm relatively unbiased about some stuff, except for kind of Star Wars. Right? Like I'm reasonable about stuff. I'm not just like hate stuff to hate stuff, except for kind of anime.
In 127
And
hours.
127 hours, right? But I'm not like that person who hates everything for no reason.
Right.
Right?
But this is popular, so obviously you hated it.
This is by far the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
I hated every single minute of watching this movie. And this is not an exaggeration. I tried to come up with what I would rather do than watch this movie again. Okay? I would rather sit in a very, very small room, listen
are
to
you claustrophobic?
Maybe like a 5x5 or a 4x4. It's like pretty small. Listen to every single song Taylor Swift has ever released in a room full of 100 4-year-olds screaming, then ever watch this movie again. And if you know how much I hate Taylor Swift, you know how big of a deal this is.
Right.
That's how much I hated this movie.
Why?
Would you believe me if I said I don't know? Just kidding.
You gotta know why. You could just hate something because you didn't like it.
Should I just go through everything?
Please.
The under vibe, I just put no. So there's that. I hated the plot. I hated the voice acting. I thought it was horrific.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was all way cheesy, like super horrible, anime, bad, cheesy voice acting.
Okay. What did you not like about the plot?
I mean, what?
Because it's a really strong plot.
Yeah, but was it though?
Yeah.
She shows up in this world and she just has to be better and then she gets to leave.
Not really, though. She gets herself better. I mean, this is about her becoming more
she's
mature.
Like 9.
Yeah.
9-year-olds don't need
actually not 9.
self-development.
I think she's like 12.
Okay.
So she's hit that. This is like a coming of age. She's hit that like pivotal point in her life where they don't go into it, but obviously she's never done much, right? I mean, she's never worked a day in her life type stuff. You know, she's struggling to lift little things. And so it's about her overcoming everything without her parents the entire time. It felt
so weirdly distracting from that. Just the weirdness of the movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's super weird.
I seriously have never hated a movie like this before.
Really?
I'd much rather watch 127 hours. Here's the thing. This is weird. I've never felt this way about a movie, ever. I was like mad while I was watching this movie.
Why?
I hated it. I don't know. So a lot of it was just the weirdness where it was like, why? What's the purpose of being so over the top bizarre for the purpose of this movie? Like, what were they trying to accomplish? Just the design of the characters, the fact that her parents just immediately turn into pigs, and just like oh my gosh. So this is one of my notes about the visuals. When the big-headed witch like flew from her desk, I almost turned the movie off.
Why?
I was like, that's dumb. It looks stupid.
Oh, really?
It is just like, you know when people do art that's like, they draw something that's like the yuckiest thing you've ever seen, you're like, I don't want to look at that anymore.
So what about it was yucky? Because I thought this looked beautiful.
No, like, it's impressive that they drew it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's lower frames,
the
but that's because
design
it's all
of
hand-drawn.
it is like, I hated the way she looked.
Oh, really?
Her head's too big, but she was like really yucky.
Well, yeah, but that was what she was supposed to be.
No, I get it.
You're not supposed to like her.
No, I know that, but I
She's
hated
supposed to
her
be this
so much.
So this is like Harry Potter 5, and we're just talking about doing something for Harry Potter.
Okay.
I always forget her name. The main lady, the evil lady.
Umbridge. Yeah, not that.
Everybody hates Umbridge.
Yes.
But that's why she's good.
No. Yes. But that's not what this was.
Oh, see, that's how I feel.
I hated the way it looked.
Oh, see,
I think they could have done something cooler.
Ooh, see,
and worse
disagree with
looking.
That. She looks so gross.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
not
great.
in a good way.
Oh, see, I think it's in a great way.
It's hard to describe. It's like trying to describe why you hate a food. That's kind of what it's like, where it's
Okay.
like all you can say is it tastes gross to me. Really, that's kind of what it's like,
Yeah,
where it's
I
like,
hate pickles.
right? You hate pickles, but can you really tell me why? I mean, maybe it's too vinegary or whatever,
even
right?
though I love vinegar.
Yeah,
And
I love
cucumbers.
animated movies. And I like weird movies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I like Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is probably the weirdest movie that we've watched.
Mm-hmm.
This was not that at all.
Oh, no, this is
not
super
on the
weird.
same level. This is too weird for me.
Okay.
So that's what it is. It's a food
mean-
that just does not sit right on my taste buds. And I'm just furious that I watched it. I will never watch it again, and I'm going to try never to speak about it again.
man.
And I'm probably upsetting so many people right now.
Probably.
Everybody loves this movie, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why. I can't find a redeeming quality. Like except for there's a little bit of character development from the beginning to the end with just
I would say a
her.
little bit. I would
And
say
then-
a lot.
It doesn't work because of first of all, she's a kid.
Right.
So naturally, she's weak and stuff, right? And then second of all,
Yes, but she's not a kid though.
yeah, she is.
I would say like
she is not a young adult.
no. I wouldn't say young adult, but I would say she's like just right there, like almost not a teenager, but very close. And so, yes, of course, she's not needing to be strong, but the amount of development that she goes through in the whole show shows a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine.
I mean, even like the baby goes through development in this show.
Don't even get me started on the baby. That is my least favorite character, and not in a good way of anything ever.
Really?
Oh, yuck.
Just because
Just-
of how it looked?
Yes. And it
Okay.
talked. Why did it talk? Don't make the baby talk. I just,
Is
I
that
don't
like
know.
the Rugrats kid?
What's hard about this is like, no, because this baby's 50 feet tall and disgusting.
No, the voice.
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Here's what I'm so curious about is like, if you hadn't watched this as a kid, if this was your first viewing as well, I would be so curious to know what your thoughts are because I can almost guarantee they'd be different. I doubt you'd feel as strongly as I'm feeling right now. But do you think there's anything to it also being nostalgic for you?
No.
You don't think that carries any weight?
No.
You think regardless, this is a great movie?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Because
We've never felt this different about a movie
know.
ever.
I
Even
know.
127,
Even 127 hours.
There was some like decent stuff, kind of. This is like,
Oh, you gave it like a
you think it's all
3.4.
good, and I literally think this is all bad.
I'm assuming this is like a 1 for you or something.
I've not come up with a number yet. I almost feel like I can't give it a number because I almost feel like I wouldn't give it a 0, but I also feel like any number's too high. So I'm like in this weird
0.1, too high,
0.1,
but I can't give it a 0.
0.01. I was thinking about maybe a 2, like 1.5 or 2
Yeah.
out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Like like literally worst movie I've ever seen. Wow. Rather watch The Twilights again. Rather watch 127 Hours. Rather watch The Grinch on repeat. Like, it's that bad for me.
How is Twilight better than this?
So
How is
nobody
Twilight
looks.
acting better than this?
Oh, this voice acting was so bad.
Really? Yeah. I was not bothered by it
It's
at
so
all.
over the top. Like too over the top. It's anime. And I think a big part of anime is the really over the top voice
Oh, yeah,
acting
yeah.
that doesn't feel genuine. It feels red.
I guess for this, I didn't feel it as much.
Twilight, I was looking over some of the best quotes of Twilight with Courtney, and Taylor Lautner's character one time says, "Bella, you've been lying to everybody. Charlie, you can't keep doing this." So he just names one dude and then moves on.
And you're telling me
Twilight's
that's
pretty
better.
bad, but there is one scene in the 4th movie that is genuinely really good. And this movie had 0 scenes that were genuinely really good.
Okay. Nothing about No Face in his crazy,
Right when he shows up, I'm like, his mask looks cool. And then that stops.
like, nothing about him was cool
No.
or like crazy
No,
or
and maybe I'm
shocking or
stupid, but I
jarring.
didn't get it. I didn't get the point of him. Like, he's greed, right? Like, that's kind of what he's representing in a way. He's
No.
eating people who are greedy. Maybe I'm too stupid
Yes,
to understand this movie.
But I
Maybe that's
wouldn't
what it
say
is.
he's greed though.
But what's his purpose then?
His purpose is I would just say another person that is helping her become who she's supposed to be.
That's boring.
How is that boring?
I don't
He
know.
has great character development too. He goes from this guy
He
who's
just
like,
makes sex noises the whole time.
Lindsay did say that. She was like, why are
She's like,
his
do you want to
noises-
come with me, No Face? Ugh. It's disgusting is what it is. It's horrific. So?
It's like turtles
How's
rather
that
than
just
human
a
beings.
different sex. It's like a more gentle.
It's the turtles.
I guess I just didn't get it. It's like that food everybody loves that I just don't get. Yeah.
But for him to go to, he wanted Chihiro
yeah.
the whole time, right? Because she let him in.
Right.
She was the only one that ever gave him a passing glance that let him into the bathhouse.
Yeah.
And so then he wants her, and so I think a lot of the stuff that he does is to try to what he thinks she'll want more. Like he's able to talk once he eats the frog person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because even the random lady he just grabs, I wouldn't say that she's greedy. I would say
Yeah.
the guy that's jumping around, is like, give us all your money and we'll do whatever you want, type of thing.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
but he's doing what he can to get to her and also basking in the glow of being this person that everybody likes because he's never had that before.
Yeah.
He's a no face. I mean, literally, right? Nobody looks at him at all. And so, but then he gets to the point where she helps him reach his arc to where he realizes that's not what he wants. And he goes and stays with the sister,
Yeah.
the twin sister. That's so, I was very curious your thoughts on this movie.
Yeah.
I
try, and I really
thought
tried.
you were going to hate it,
I really tried to like it too.
especially rewatching it. I thought you were
And-
going to hate it.
So you kind of saw this coming a little bit, but maybe not to the extreme.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be the dumbest thing you'd ever, or the thing that made you mad, I guess.
I'm like mad, and I don't know why. Like I'm feeling, when you're arguing politics with people, that's what I'm feeling right now. It's the same
man.
tingly sensation in my body.
You're like, Craig, you're an idiot.
Ugh. This movie is like my Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I go into every movie super open-minded, like
Okay.
no matter what. So I don't want this, and this was a little harder because I do hate anime, and so going into it, I
Even though you
already
don't know
had,
why.
yeah, I already had that prejudice against it.
Yeah.
But I was really trying to set that aside because I have seen some cool anime,
Mm-hmm.
some Star Wars anime that they made was kind of cool, and I feel like there's one other thing that I've seen a part of that I was like, oh, it could be cool. Like
So-
there's some Dragon Ball Z that's like kind of cool.
Dragon Ball seasons are great. And very dumb.
Yeah, and very dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this.
So Chihiro had come up to No Face, grabbed out of her pocket, lightsaber had come out.
Yes.
You would have liked this movie.
Honestly, no, but that scene would have been cool. It was too
No
bizarre.
Face just comes out with two of them.
Let's
Duel of the Fates just starts. Okay, score.
The score was okay.
Oh, really?
When you
Just
said it was like
okay.
super great today, I was like, it was fine. But again,
beautiful.
like, oh, it's funny. My score note just says fine.
The piano work and everything.
Pretty
just
good,
Very, very emotional.
But still, yeah, and I think though that for me it wasn't hitting because I was hating the movie so much, right?
That makes
Like if
sense.
you loathe the movie entirely, you can put the best score next to it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're still probably going to be pretty.
because you're not feeling the
Let go.
emotion that the music is supposed to be giving you.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense. Yeah.
Yep. So that's probably where I'm at with that.
Okay.
Should we go through our notes?
Yeah.
And maybe we can try to pinpoint a little bit more. Why I hate this.
Yeah.
So what do you got visuals wise notes?
So one of the cool things that I don't even know if you saw it because you hated this movie so much, but
I watched the whole movie.
I know you did. It's a detail that happens twice, and it's very close to the beginning when the dad and the mom and Chihiro are out of the car and they're walking, and she's got her arm clenched to her mom, and it's something that they don't need to do,
Mm-hmm.
but it just, to me, it felt, this movie is so thought out in my eyes,
Okay.
right? But the mom is taller and walks at a different pace. And so they animate Chihiro having to kind of jog a
Yeah.
little bit to catch up to her. And then they do kind of like a side shot when they're walking in the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to kind of just run a little bit to catch up to the parents. I've loved that because most people, if they animated it, they would just walk together. Like
Yeah.
the scene is maybe 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
Why do you even need to put that in there? But it's real, right?
good
I mean,
point.
the kid's not going to walk at the same speed that the parents are.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point. I also noticed something similar to that. She was running up a hill and she like tripped.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're hand drawing all of this.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. It's so much work.
Yeah, but that-
No,
but
you're
that's-
right.
yeah,
like that
yeah.
kind of stuff adds to it.
It is so much work.
So,
They could have just made that one scene and just
Right.
repeated it.
I am gonna give it brownie points for some stuff.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry. But yeah. you're
So
right
I
about
guess
that.
all the visual notes that I have are just things that I think are so cool. Like the parents as pigs. Them sitting there wearing the shirts and stuff, like the clothes and
Yeah.
stuff still, and just like the animation of them eating is so gross and
Yeah.
disgusting, but it like that's what they're trying to portray, right?
Right.
And just every time like the ghost thing was hitting them, you'd see like the spit from their mouths and everything. Yeah. What notes do you have? 'Cause
So I only have a couple. I already
Okay.
talked about it. One, I hate anime.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. The big head witch, when she flew, it made me angry. I almost turned it off. When the baby started talking, again, almost turned the movie off. Can you imagine if I had come in here and be like, I turned it off in the middle? I couldn't do it. Have we done that?
No.
Didn't you almost turn a movie off?
I almost did with Everything Ever All at Once.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was.
when
where
he's
you were like,
spread eagle.
yeah. That's how that right there, that scene was how the entire movie was for me, and not a good
so
way.
weird.
And then, so I have a good note.
Okay.
There was one part where it's very windy around them, and just like the animation there, I thought was really cool.
Like the
And-
doors and the windows like shaking and stuff?
No, I think it
Or-
was after that. It was like the hair and everything. I think maybe the
okay.
dragon was like flying around
with the paper things
or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
and was it her hair or was it the other? What's the dude?
Lin.
Huko,
Oh,
Haku,
Huko.
something like that. So one of their hair was like flying around. I was like, this is like looks really cool. Like,
Yeah.
that was one time when I was like, okay, everything's fine. And then it must have changed frames, and I just started screaming again. But yeah, those are all my visual notes.
Okay. The little Dust Bunny guys are so cute.
They were. That's true. The little
then-
soot.
The little soot creatures.
Yeah,
and
those
then
are cute.
grabbing her shoes and everything and then bringing them out.
You're right. That was cute.
They're so cute.
Brownie points.
And then the part where she steps on the slug and then Kamaji has her do the little seal break.
Yeah.
And then the little creatures recreate it with the mouse and the bird. So freaking cute.
Yeah.
The look on the mouse, so the baby's face when the mom doesn't recognize him, was super sad. The one part that I liked that I'm curious your thoughts when she notices the grandma weird looking person that you don't like, Yubaba,
Oh yeah.
when she realizes that her baby's gone and she goes running in there, she's pulling off all the pillows and everything looking for him, and Haku's just standing there and he like says something and she comes over and there's like almost like fire like in her mouth and her hair is just like surrounding him everywhere and she's like, "What did you do to my baby?" You know, like
yeah.
I loved that because it was, again, it's just it's showcasing the emotion through the drawings
Yeah.
more than just the acting.
Yeah. I was torn on that because I was watching it. I was like, this is kind of maybe cool,
But you don't like
but
her.
I can't tell if it is because I hate it. So it's like, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I understand how that would be cool or work for people. Like I get it.
It just didn't work for you.
But it just, yeah. I mean, it worked okay for me.
Yeah.
Like, it worked better than other things.
Than her flying across.
Worked better than the giant baby being all shiny and weird and standing there and talking like a normal human being. What's the purpose of that?
I don't know, because it can.
Ugh. Yikes. Yeah.
But even the baby has character growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Because it learns that it needs to do things on its own when it's walking on its own as a mouse and having to go do all those things.
Baby.
It starts to learn.
It's a baby, Craig.
It's
baby, Craig. It's a baby.
not just a baby, though.
It's a giant freaking baby.
It's a giant freaking baby.
Oh, okay.
It's a GFB.
GFB, giant freaking baby.
Giant freaking baby.
Okay.
The last visual note I have is when they're at the twin sister's house and the little mouse and the bird come and grab more food while they're eating and then go back to do the little wheel thing. Just fun, cute things.
Yeah.
And No Face cutting the pie.
Yeah.
And or cheesecake or whatever it was.
Do you like pie?
Yeah.
Like, how much? Okay, wait. Rank these dessert items in order.
Okay.
And just overall, not like specific flavors. Okay.
Okay.
Cookies, brownies, cake, ice cream, pie.
Cookies, ice cream, cake, brownies, pie.
Nice. Mine's almost the exact same, except for I would probably start with ice cream and then cookies.
Cookies and ice cream is
brownies,
so like
I've recently,
back and forth.
Yeah. I've recently noticed that brownies aren't great unless they're made really, really, really great. They're like fine.
Yeah.
Like box brownies aren't as good as like a box cake.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Cake's superior.
And again,
Plus
it depends on like, I put cookies ahead because if my wife makes her cookies, they're like my favorite thing. My wife
Your
makes,
wife's cookies are my favorite thing too.
They're
dude.
so good.
Everything your wife makes.
If my wife makes her
Midas
brownies, then I
touch.
would put brownies as almost second because those brownies are really good. But like everybody
it.
else's brownies are like,
Prove it,
fine.
Craig.
Okay.
Prove it.
Lindsay, Sam needs some brownies.
I need some brownies in my life. What did you said? So did Lindsay watch this with you,
Yes,
or was
but she kept
this the
falling
time you
asleep.
were talking about? Oh, she was falling asleep. Okay.
Yeah, she watched
Did
it.
she have thoughts afterwards, or does she have thoughts about this movie?
The only thoughts that she has was it was a little weird, too weird for her.
Too weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not the only one in the world.
No, you're not the only one.
Okay, that's good. I'm probably
Yeah.
the only one who hates this movie as much as I do, though. Honestly.
Well, I know Amanda doesn't like it. I don't know if she hates it though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little heated about this. Probably too much.
You'll
Probably
have to talk to her and maybe
Yeah,
you guys can
yeah. Maybe we
figure
can
out-
bond.
Maybe you can figure out what.
yeah.
And you said you didn't know if Courtney has seen this or she remembers
She has
it.
not.
Okay.
I don't think actually seen it, but she knows about it and she knew about No Face.
Yeah, most people know about No Face.
Yeah. Okay, what would you give your visuals?
200.
No cap?
No cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love every visual thing about this movie.
Is this going to be your first 1,000 out of 1,000, dude? You have all your scores. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna.
I go back. I thought I had all my numbers.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking about it all throughout the day. What I wanted to do is I wanted to hear your thoughts
Okay.
to see if it would
Affect you.
affect me at all.
Well, my thoughts are this. Here's what's funny about calling this like feeling like a political argument.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy who has no information about the reason they like the candidate that they do, but they're just angry about it, so they're going to yell a bunch of things at you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's who I am as of right now. So I'm
Everyone's
like,
going to be like, Sam, you're so dumb.
you don't understand why gas prices are the way they are. It's because of the economy, because of white people and stuff.
Dude, I filled my tank for $30 at Sam's Club today.
Dude, that's awesome.
$2.50
That's
a
solid.
gallon. Yeah.
$2.50. We're
Sam's
getting there.
Club, sponsor us.
Today's episode is brought to you by
Costco.
Costco. I maybe need to get a Sam's Club card. It's cheaper, right?
Yeah,
it's 20 bucks.
20 a year, and you can freaking scan as you go and then just check out. Yeah.
Shut up.
You can scan the stuff with
Okay,
your phone.
I'm doing that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm going to do it.
Sam's
I
Club's,
do love Costco,
Sam's
but
Club's lit.
maybe I'll just do both. I know people do both.
Oh, yeah, we have both.
You have both?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So-
Okay, visuals. Here's my predicament is
Okay.
I hate anime more than anything ever visually,
Right.
right? Except for maybe Taylor Swift's face. that stupid Napoleon Dynamite looking woman.
Okay, hold on. Please tell me that her face is lower than this movie.
No, it's not. That's how much I hate it. Craig, I hate her. And I hate this more. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. You would rather watch the Eras Tour.
Oh, yuck. Yes, I would rather watch the movie of the Eras Tour in a theater full of Swifties than ever watch this movie again. Do you get what that means for me? Because that is my nightmare. But I hated this so much. Craig's going to quit the podcast, you guys. I can see it in his eyes right now. I'm so sorry. So here's the deal. Oh my God. I hate anime and I hated the way this looks, but I do have to give it a lot of brownie points for the hand-drawnness of it. You still want me to put it into words?
I just think of like a Disney cartoon. What about this is so much like an old school Disney cartoon, right? Not something new because new is 3D render and all that kind of stuff. But like even just go back to like old school Disney stuff. Some of that stuff had some
So like compare this to Snow White or Pocahontas or something boring in 2D.
Just something that's weird. I mean, those had some very weird looking stuff in them.
Yeah.
So what about that is okay and this isn't?
So it's really hard to say.
Yeah,
but
I know you can't really explain it.
There
and I
might
understand
just
why
be,
you can't.
Here's the thing. It could be a lot of things that I don't even know about, right? Like, for example...
There's something in you don't even know.
It could be, like, here's the thing, and I hope this doesn't change it, but it could. Some of the people on this earth who I like the least love anime. And in part, that could do it.
No,
it's the same thing with Taylor Swift.
I understand.
Some of these people on earth who love Taylor Swift the most are some of the people who I love the least.
This is the least in your
life.
Right?
And so I think there's a little bit there.
Okay.
I think it's also just a taste kind of thing where it's just like, I don't like the big eyes. I don't like the little squinchy lines underneath. Okay. I often associate anime with, I don't know if I want to say that to the public. I can say it off camera.
No, you got to, dude.
No.
You've already made everybody pissed off at you. Can you really?
This is different. I'm not going to say it.
Okay, well, you have to tell me about it.
I will tell you. But so it's just, I think it's just a vibe thing for me with the way they talk and run and look. Yeah.
Okay.
But I do admit that it's very impressive.
Yes.
The way that this was all done. Because obviously they did a good job at what they were trying to do.
And they put a lot of care into it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they put a lot of detail in and like all sorts of stuff.
It doesn't look bad. Like, I get what you're meaning. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate it. Yes. But it doesn't mean it's bad.
No.
It's like a really good salad. Like,
yeah.
I don't like fruit and salad with like nuts and stuff. That kind of salad's super yucky to me.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah.
It just means that I hate it.
I mean, it's salad, so
there are some salads that are pretty good. Anime is like salad. Most of it sucks really bad, but there are some that are like, I could eat this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not all the time.
Okay.
Not every day. I could eat Monsters vs. Aliens all day, every single day, all the time.
That's got big butt-eyed creatures in it.
But it's a bug. It's supposed to be a bug.
Like you don't mean to tell me the thing that walked around and squeaked every time that it walked with the big freaking like titties and stuff was not the funniest thing ever?
I'm talking about the yucky
the white
slime?
The radish spirit.
Oh.
That sits in the elevator with her.
That was funny kind of when they were in the elevator together. Bonus points. I'm going to give it, but I hated the design of all the crazy spirits. I'm going to give it 100 out of 200.
That feels generous.
It is generous, but it is very impressive. And they accomplished what they were trying to accomplish. But I hate it. Okay. Story. This is really where I've got some notes.
Okay.
Plenty of notes.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Shall we? He's like, don't worry, I got 4-wheel drive. Do you? In 2001 on an Audi sedan? Do you really? 4-wheel drive? Maybe all-wheel drive.
Dude, well,
he does not have 4-wheel drive.
Maybe he got it, dude.
There's absolutely no way.
Maybe he paid extra to get 4-wheel drive on that car.
Wrong again. Yeah, okay. All right.
I love the part where he's like, "Don't worry, you got Daddy here. He's got credit cards and cash." That was perfect.
That's
line
a baller
right there.
statement.
That's a perfect line right there.
So here's where they lost me.
Okay.
Which was first like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay.
Wow,
This is where I was like, this movie's gonna be stupid.
Ooh.
He walks in. So they walk in and there's the big kind of field and some buildings and stuff. And he goes, "I knew it. An abandoned theme park. See?" And he points and it's just a clock. What about a clock on a building says theme park?
I don't know. Maybe they have those in Japan.
Wrong again.
How do you know?
I know people who have been to Japan.
Okay.
Have
Have you ever asked them about amusement parks and if they have clocks there?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Every day.
So shut your mouth.
So yeah, it's like see, and the camera pans, and it's just a clock on a building, and I'm like, no, that's not it.
You don't know.
I guess I don't
know.
but I feel like I do.
That could be the Japan culture.
It made me think of Ron Swanson when they're in London, and he goes, "Oh look, a clock. We don't have those in America." That's same vibes.
But it wasn't as funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Maybe you have more insight on
Okay.
this. When the parents just start stealing the food, are they just irresponsible, or were they already possessed to do so? Or were they just bad people and really ate that much and then they got turned into pigs? Where's the
I don't know if there was any kind of
because like are her parents actually the worst where they would just show up and be like, well, no one's here, I can just start eating, I'll pay them later. Are parents like bad people?
I wouldn't necessarily say that's like the people are the worst to do that. I mean, if there's a whole bunch of food that's steaming hot, you would assume people are around. And if it smells really good, they're like, "Oh, we'll just start eating some stuff and they come by and we'll pay them and stuff like that." Okay. I don't know if there's any kind of I mean, there's obviously possession in this whole movie, so I'm not sure on that. I guess I just thought that, there's a whole bunch of steaming pile of food.
Yeah.
Let's eat it. But where there's a bunch of other pigs, I'm going to assume that there were also probably other people. But the Yubaba talks about them being greedy little pigs, and that's why they got turned into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they turned into pigs.
Yeah.
And
would that not be the most terrifying thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
It lost me again there, where I was like, okay.
See, I guess I'm thinking of Chihiro's point of view and how like horribly terrifying that would be.
I get that, but again, a little weird and a little fast.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would agree with that. It's very fast.
It is very fast. I get it though. Like
yeah.
It's not completely lost on me, but it just didn't I don't love it.
Yeah. Okay.
But so I loved that they put the villain from Sonic in there, but gave him more arms.
Kamaji.
Is it Mr. Eggplant?
No, well.
What's his name in Sonic?
In Sonic, it's Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Same dude.
Yeah.
And I think he had 5 arms, not 6.
Ooh.
I think he had 5. I think
he
he had
5?
4 arms and then like an extra arm off of
there
his left hip.
was definitely 3. Was there only 2 on the other side?
I feel like there was. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
I guess I didn't pay attention enough to notice that.
He was fine. He was cool.
Oh, see, I love him.
Yeah.
Just because, again, one of the things that I wrote down was, so in ways they're kind of enslaved there.
Yeah.
Right? They can't leave. She steals their names, and so they get stuck there, right? And she's basically controlling all of them. And yet he gives up his bus ticket that he's had for 40 years to this person that left that big of an impression on him because of how good she was.
Okay. Can I pause real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to say, I'm kind of thinking about it. If they did a live action version of this movie and it was well acted, I think I'd be okay with it. Like, I really do think it's the anime
if they did, like,
and the
practical
visual
effects.
Yeah.
Like, and created all of those people, I could see that being cool.
And if they were the right amount of weird.
Yeah.
Because there is a too much. It exists in movies where it's like, okay, you're distracting from maybe what you're trying to do.
Oh, 100%. And I don't think this is one of them because I grew up on
Right.
it. But there's been movies that I'm like, that's too much.
It's too much,
me.
right?
Yeah.
So, because I don't think the movie itself is the worst. Well, I mean, I think it's the worst. But like, if you take it right at its base level, right, story wise, I didn't think it hit super hard. But like,
Okay.
if they made it live action and made it good, I wouldn't hate it. If that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't be as upset about
Okay.
the movie. So, just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
So she goes, where am I? Or I don't know if she asked where her parents are, but she says, are they all right? Are they sick? She's talking about her parents. Like, no, bro, they're freaking pigs. Like, what do
Yeah.
you mean, are they all right?
I think that is
They're
I think
pigs.
that's her. She's traumatized. And she's trying to, well, okay, think of yourself.
They earned it, bro.
You go, well, yeah, I mean, that's why they say that. You go to that bathhouse, you're that little kid, your parents just turn into pigs. You're going to tell me that you're not like freaking the freak out and like not knowing what's real and what's not. Because that's the other thing. She doesn't even know if it's real.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That
and then you start turning invisible. Like, dude, like,
was kind of cool.
yeah, it was cool.
I like that. Giant talking baby made me super angry. And then I put some character development. I put that.
Okay,
I wrote
okay,
that down.
okay.
So there is some.
Oh, okay.
She had some, right?
Yeah.
This was one of the worst parts. So old lady Unagi Yubaba said, you can call me Granny, right?
That's the twin sister.
It's a different, there's two of them.
Oh my gosh. You
Yeah.
didn't notice that?
No.
That's why she goes on the train ride to bring back the thing that Haku had stolen from her.
Does she know that there's twins?
Yeah. They said it like 4 times.
Okay, so here's why I'm confused about it. One of them, I
Okay,
don't know who,
yeah, says, "Call me Granny."
Call me Granny.
Yeah, that's the twin sister, the nice
Chihiro
one.
leaves.
Yeah.
Then she comes back
And calls her Granny.
and calls her Granny.
Yeah. That's
Calls
an
the other
insult to
one?
her. Yeah.
Oh.
She's calling you Baba Granny as an insult to her because the other one is the nice one.
Here's what happened. I thought they were the same person.
Okay. That's why you didn't like the movie.
No, it's not.
That's it.
It would make no difference. But what I thought had happened was she says, call me Granny. Chihiro leaves for 2 seconds, comes back and says, Granny. And she turns and she goes, what?
Oh.
Granny? And I was like, this is the dumbest movie of all time.
That makes sense.
Okay,
You totally missed that.
you know what? In solidarity, I'm going to delete that note. Just hit
Story
my
5,
backspace.
200 now.
Because I was wrong, which is good because
So-
that would have been a breaking point for me.
The paper airplanes that are fighting,
Yeah.
that's the twin sisters. They're not Yubabas.
Okay.
Because he stole her seal.
This has got a lot of moving parts. They need to have less moving parts.
Well, they said it a lot, so
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
yeah,
trying to call you stupid, but
but I am.
but
I mean, here's the thing. I get that I'm stupid, right? Like, I can't handle complicated movies. Okay, fine. That's it. That's all my story.
yeah.
is.
So that's when she comes the first time because the little paper thing, and then
Yeah.
she comes from it. That's just like a hologram of herself, but that's the twin sister,
Okay, I knew there was a sister because she kept talking about how she broke her sister's seal or whatever.
and that's
I was
why
like,
she turns the baby in the bird into the mouse in the bird, the little teeny one, because she doesn't like her sister. And that's why
Okay.
the other one gets freaked out when the baby's not there.
I was literally just about to say, I'm gonna need to watch this again to figure it out. But no, absolutely.
I think you're going to
not.
need to watch it again to figure it out.
No way. I'm never gonna think about this movie again. When people say, "What's your least favorite movie?" I'm gonna say, "I don't remember, but I know I hate it." Okay, you can give your notes.
I said a good amount of them, but when Haku hits the paper thing and she gets cut in half, she's like, "Ow, a paper cut." I thought that was pretty funny because it literally is. So one of the things that I thought was funny is when No Face is trying to catch Chihiro, but he's like been throwing up all the people, and he's just like walking down the hall. It's like a side shot, and he just like pukes all over, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me," and just like keeps walking. I don't know, for some reason I think that's hilarious.
Okay.
And then the other cool thing that I thought was when it's Kamaji, Chihiro, and Haku, and he's on the ground, and she goes to the the twin sister's house, and Lynn is like, why is she doing this? And the Kamaji says, well, it's something you wouldn't recognize. It's called love, which I thought was cool because she's doing all of this for him when she could be sacrificing.
That was kind of a burn.
Oh, 100%
real
a burn.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think they should have put that in a kid's movie.
Oh, no, that was great.
I mean, that. You don't want kids going to school and saying that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't get it. It's called love.
Something you wouldn't recognize. It's called love. Okay. That's my notes.
Okay.
What do you got for story? Score.
28.
Oh, man.
What do you got?
200.
This is the best story of all time.
No, I've given a story 200. Nobody. Oh, no, I gave nobody like a 198 because of the pizza box.
The pizza box is the best part of the movie. Okay.
Well, it's the best part of the movie, but it's also the dumbest part of the movie.
Yeah.
I guess for me, in all of this movie, everything hit really hard.
Okay. Wow.
In a good way.
Okay.
Not in a bad way.
Acting.
Okay.
Voice acting.
So you didn't like it. It was over the top.
Yeah, so bad. The worst I've heard in my life.
I guess for me, it has never bothered me.
Okay.
And I don't know if that is just because I'm used to...
I mean, you're way more used to anime.
The anime stuff being over the top. That it didn't feel over the top.
Because to me, it is unable to carry any weight.
Okay.
So if there's anything that's supposed to be like an emotional line or something that hits hard,
you're just thinking this is way too dumb.
It can't do it. It's like if I give you really, really good advice, but I said it in a stupid like voice, right? Like it wouldn't work, right?
That makes sense.
Same thing.
Okay. I don't really have any acting notes other than just who all the people are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only other acting note is just why the sex noises. Why couldn't it have been grunts or
That's
something
what
else?
Lindsay said. She's like, why does it sound that way? I don't know.
It's because it's an early 2000s Disney movie. They like to sneak that kind of stuff in.
Yeah.
I'm No Face. Ooh.
Oh, I remember it doing that.
You know what? Let's look at who's in this Spirited Away cast.
You're going to have to do English. American cast.
Rumi Hijikari.
Because you're going to get all the Japanese
Cast
people.
English. Okay.
I know those three. Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. And The Ring.
Oh gosh, this is going to be too hard.
Haku is Max from Goofy Movie.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
And Lin is Meg from Hercules. And Yubaba is some really older actor that's been in a lot of stuff. I don't know who she is.
Okay, so what would you give the acting? If you give this a 200, you're going to lose your credentials.
No, this is the one that I'm not going to give a 200.
I was going to say, this is the best acting you've ever seen in a movie in your whole life.
No, Get Out's definitely the best acting I've seen in a movie in my whole life. And I gave that a 201. So
that's true. That's true. So 200 would still be
200
less.
would totally be okay. I'm going to do a 190.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, possibly the lowest score ever given to anything ever. I'm going to give it a 6.
Oh my gosh.
It's so bad. It's so distractingly bad.
Oh my gosh.
I am coming as I was going to say as an objective observer, but it's not quite. But it's like I'm trying to just take the voice acting for what it is, and it is bad.
Okay.
What if you put this voice acting, the same style, into the most serious movie you've ever seen in your life? Or what if this was live action and people talked like that? Would it work for you?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I know it's different. I know voice acting is very different.
Yeah,
from live
it might
action,
not, though.
But
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So why didn't I give it a 200? Okay.
No, I know.
Calm down.
I know. Here's the thing. I thought this podcast was going to be so fun, and now I just kind of feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
I don't know. It's more fun when we kind of agree a little bit or
Not
barely
really. It's
differ.
more fun when we're polarizing.
Yeah, but this is too much.
Because normally it's just like, oh yeah, that
This
was
is too
cool.
much because now
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like
that
I'm
was
like
cool.
pooping in your cereal, you know?
No.
Okay.
I
would
felt more
never
like
poop
you were
in your
pooping in
cereal.
my cereal with 127 hours in this. Because this I understand in a way why you don't like it.
In 127 hours, you don't get it at all.
No, because I think you just had to
That's
hate
so
against the guy,
bonkers.
and that's it. And I think that's the dumbest reason
No,
to
I
hate
hated
a movie.
the movie.
Yeah, because of
No,
him.
no, because I didn't know that I hated the guy until after. I watched the movie, I
but
hated
that's-
it, and then I looked it up on
all you
Wikipedia, and he's
talked
the
about,
worst.
Though, is how he was a
I
douchebag.
couldn't forget it. It's so hard.
But I think it just kept souring it more and more and more.
It's like watching Captain America and thinking it's awesome, and then learning that Captain America actually slaughtered an entire nation of people for no reason. And then you're like,
What?
I don't know. This is the equivalent. Okay, the score. My note just says fine. That's all I got.
Okay. So I only have a couple notes. The beginning song I love so much.
The beginning song was pretty good.
Yeah. The sounds of them eating before they turn into pigs was so good because it was so gross and like off-putting. And then the reason why I love this sound and score of this movie so much is I felt like it played so much into what was happening. So when she's going down the stairs for the first time, there was noises in the music when she was taking steps and like, but it was, you know, she was like scared and stuff. And so it was like, dun, 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 dun. And so it was like when she was taking steps. And then when she broke through that one and she's running like crazy, the music gets all crazy, right? And stuff. So it felt like they didn't just create a score and then just throw it in there.
Right, they like made it for the scenes.
They made it for the scenes.
Yeah.
So for me, I would give this a 200 because all of the score played into the emotions of the scenes.
Okay. So
I totally understand why you're going to give it a 5.
An equivalent score to Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is bonkers.
Yeah.
I am happy for you that you feel that way.
Because just like in Star Wars, the score
Matches.
matches the emotion.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take out the score in this movie and a lot of the stuff doesn't work. Just like you take out Duel of the Fates
Right.
and the Darth Maul scene is now dumb. Well, I wouldn't say it's dumb,
Not
but it's
dumb.
definitely not as good.
It's got less. Yeah, there's less for sure. I can't give it too low because it was fine. And I get your point.
But it didn't hit you. I get it.
It did not hit me.
Yeah,
Let's give
I
it
get it.
75.
Okay.
You know,
That's
not horrible.
not horrible. It's lower than Avatar. It's a little hurt. That's a little insulting.
Yeah. Well, this movie sucked more than Avatar, so I don't know.
Just because the
vibe.
movie sucked more, at least the score was thought out.
The vibe,
I mean, you know my vibe.
200.
It's a 199.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. It's 200.
Do you want to guess what my vibe is?
You couldn't give it a 0 because it was too low,
Right.
but you also didn't think you could give it anything higher.
Right.
I'm going to guess a 1.
Yep. I'm going to give it a 1 in the vibe category. So your number is going to be a little easy to guess here.
Yeah, 990.
990.
Yeah.
Should we guess what I got? You want to go ahead and guess what I gave it?
Okay.
Pretty low. The highest score I gave anything was
It was
100.
100. I'm going to guess 208.
That sounds about right. I'll give it a, yeah. Man, that's probably really close. I say 211.
Ooh.
210.
Oh, man.
Dang, that's really high. I can't believe I gave it 100 on the visuals, but I am impressed. I have to give it that many
You
brownie points.
have to.
If I wasn't impressed, if this was like generated by AI or something, it would get a 1 out of 200.
Yeah.
Like, no cap.
Okay, so vibe, honestly, a 1
Yeah.
out of 200.
Yeah, I hated
Okay.
it that much.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry.
That's fine.
I mean, maybe a 2 if I like really think
Well, I mean,
hard.
there's some thought. There's some thoughts. There's some parts in there that were like,
Yeah, but so here's
but then overall,
here's what it is.
Yeah.
Is it's not that those parts, even the good parts are a 1.
Yeah.
It's that the good parts are like a 30 and the bad parts are like a negative 400. So I have to average all that out and bring it to a 1, right? The fact that I gave it positive on that is a blessing to the movie.
Can we go negative on our scores?
I almost did on every single one of these. So it really was just infuriating.
Man.
It was a really interesting experience though, because I've never had that before. Like there are movies where I'm like, oh man, that was bad. Like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You watch it, it's got some funny one-liners, but it's like, this a pretty bad movie, but it's like almost laughably bad.
I don't know if I've ever had a movie that I just hated.
Me neither. This is literally it.
I'm trying to think if
Which
I've
is
ever
bizarre.
like watched something where I was just like, that was a waste of. I mean, I've had some where I was like, oh, that was a waste, but not like getting physically upset about it because it was so bad.
I feel bad. I'm gonna become if this podcast was more popular, I would become a meme so fast. I hate everything. I'm so angry. Angry Sam meme. Do you know the box office?
No.
Did it have a box office?
Yes.
It probably did.
No, it did. This was the first time that Studio Ghibli released more in the Americas.
Okay.
Because he has a lot of other movies that are now a lot of people love, but they hadn't seen them because it was mainly Japan.
Okay.
And I do know it did well. Really well. A lot of people talked about it. I don't know if really well means like 100 million really well, or if that means like 300 million really well.
Yeah.
But I do know it was, I mean, this is 97, I think, audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. 97 critics. So.
Bizarre. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to think of my number. I think I have it.
Okay.
And I might be way off, but
I think I'm gonna be way off.
What's new? You know what I mean? Do you want to go first? You want me to?
You can go first. I went first last time.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 64 million.
175.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you're I think you're just thinking domestically. You got to remember this is
but I'm
worldwide.
I guess that's true.
And people love him.
Yeah, no,
Hayao
that's true.
Miyazaki. So
we were both off.
okay, I'm gonna guess 350 as my second guess.
So split the difference. It's 274.9. So 275.
Yeah. I knew. I when he said 64, I'm like domestically maybe
10 million domestic.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep. That does make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I should have taken into account, but like I don't know. I don't know what movie theaters were like in Asia in 2001. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that experienced, but yeah,
That's
wow,
true.
a 96 and 4%.
Dang, 10 million actually feels low. I didn't think it was that
That's
low.
crazy. See,
I thought it was like 60 million. Like
that
you
is
had
like
said.
what I was kind of thinking for the most part. So what did I say? 295, 275.
275.
You're only 100 million off.
What was the budget?
Let me see.
Just curious.
Budget.
I assume a little higher just because of the amount of time it would take.
Oh, it never says the budget on Box Office Mojo. Box Office Mojo, add it.
Does Box
I
Office
guess it's
Mojo
like
have budget?
50 million, honestly.
Yeah, maybe even like
19.
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Props. I mean, all the voice actors probably didn't pay a ton,
Yeah.
but then you have to have English voice actors and Japan voice actors.
Where is the? Oh my gosh! I was just reading. You know what I hate? Sometimes when you look at like something, you Google it, and a Wikipedia article will pop up, and the first sentence is like really interesting, and then you open the page and you have no idea where that sentence is. I can't find that.
That's the worst.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Usually they kind of
okay. Here we go.
highlight
Here we go. So with a budget of $19 million, production of Spirited Away began in 2000. Pixar animator John Lasseter, who's like the Pixar guy.
He's the best Pixar guy.
Yeah. A fan and friend of Miyazaki convinced Walt Disney Pictures to buy the film's North American distribution rights and served as the executive producer of the English dubbed version.
Yeah. That's why it's not Disney. They
Right.
just are distributing it.
Gotcha.
So,
But that probably played a part into who did the English dub,
yes.
which is why it's all early 2000s.
Max from Goofy
Disney.
Movie.
Yeah.
Lilo from Lilo and
Yeah.
Stitch. Meg from Hercules.
Interesting. Yeah, that's so funny.
That
It
is
became the
funny.
highest grossing film in Japanese history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, again, this movie is very, very highly regarded.
And then it was the highest in Japan until 2020 with Demon Slayer, which I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's an anime.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I do know what Demon Slayer is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more what I would classify in anime.
Okay. Wow.
Man, so The Boy and the Heron. Yeah.
What's that?
That's the next movie by him. That's the reason I wanted you to watch Spirited Away.
And we have to watch that one?
Well, I mean, I was going to go watch it.
Here's the problem is I can't imagine it going over well.
That's why I wanted you to watch this movie so you could have a little taste to probably what to expect from his next one.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, yeah. It already looks super weird.
I don't want it. Don't give it to me. I don't want it. Okay, well, subscribe for more hate on your childhood. Do you love your childhood? Do you have nostalgic memories of watching this movie? Join us on this podcast where I poop all over everything that you love and not know why. Thank you, and come again.
You should do your poll like you did for 127 hours.
If people like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I will.
I bet it'll be way less. I mean 127 wasn't super divided, but
it's
it was
going to be
more
like
divided.
95% of people love this movie.
I wonder if it's going to be
least.
100. If you
It
can't
could be.
vote.
It could be. No, I won't vote. Sometimes when I have to, I get on all 4 of my Instagram accounts and I vote. Just kidding.
I definitely don't do that with my 4 YouTube accounts.
Yeah, definitely not for sure. We got some movies we need to watch.
Yeah.
New movies. At least 2. At least 1.
Yeah, The Boy and the
Napoleon.
Heron.
No, new movies.
Yeah.
Is that new?
Yeah, it's coming out on the 4th.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the one that's got freaking Christian Bale, Willem Dafoe, like adult voice actors. So maybe it'll be better for you.
No. No, it will not be. It'll ruin those people for me.
But Napoleon, yes.
Napoleon.
I want to see Napoleon and I want to see The Boy and the Heron.
Okay.
Those are the 2 movies.
I want to see Napoleon. I want to see Hunger Games. And
Okay.
I really want to see how bad the Marvels is. Because it's bad.
Yeah.
But I want to see how
it's
bad it is.
some of the worst drops in Marvel history.
Do you think, here's a question. Do you think
Yeah.
it'll be the worst Marvel movie ever? Or do you think other
That or
things still have
Eternals.
that? You don't like Eternals at all?
I didn't see Eternals. I just know
Oh, no, for
everybody
you.
hated Eternals. Oh,
I don't think everybody hated Eternals. Eternals kind of started bad, and then people realized like it's pretty good. It's got a rocky third act,
Okay.
but it's you should watch it. It's a fun movie.
Okay.
It is a little like it's not well thought out. Like it's got some plot holes, but it's actually pretty fun. What's the worst one
Worst
you've seen?
movie?
See, you haven't seen
or TV show.
just movies. You haven't seen some of the worst ones though. You haven't seen
I haven't
Love
seen
and Thunder.
Thor: Love and Thunder. I haven't even seen Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I avoided that.
Dang. So you wouldn't really even know, I don't think. Because Thor's bad.
I would say Thor 2 is my worst so far.
Oh man, don't
Movies.
watch Thor 4.
Movies wise.
Do
No,
not do
actually
it.
Doctor Strange is my worst. The second Doctor Strange. That's
I
my
hate
least
Thor
favorite.
definitely more than Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange has some shocking stuff in it, and Thor 4 is just hot trash. But yeah,
Ugh, I
wonder how bad the
hated
Marvels would be.
everything. Yeah, but
Man.
see, even still, as much as okay,
here's the thing: you're never gonna watch Thor 4, are you?
I have had a movie. I guess I don't know if I was angry because I did turn it off. The Barbarian. I did turn that off.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing:
I felt like I wasted all my time.
if you were watching it for the podcast, would you have turned it off?
Yes.
Really?
I still would have because I would have just been
Okay.
like, this is super stupid and
Okay.
I don't care to finish it.
Because yeah, I was really close. I wonder if we'll get there. I wonder if we'll get to the point where we're watching a movie.
Dude,
and we
can you
just turn it
imagine if
off.
we go see a new movie and we both just walk out of the
walk
theater?
out? That's what's gonna be the boy and the red herring. I'm gonna go and walk out.
You're gonna walk out. I'm not going to.
I'm gonna drag you out.
me and
Be
Jesse,
like,
me and
"Don't-
Jesse are gonna be like, this is
This
so
is so awesome. I
good.
love anime. I'm 6.
That's gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Just regarded every anime lover as just 6-year-olds.
Mom, if you're listening, just kidding. My mom doesn't like anime. Okay.
I wonder if I can ever get you to be okay with it.
Absolutely not.
I have 2 shows I do want you to watch.
That sounds really unlikely. Is one of them One Piece?
No.
Is one of them Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Is it
I wouldn't make you go through Dragon Ball Z.
Shiyu Shiyo Hakuza?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, that.
That
Wow, I was
one-
close.
That is
way closer than I thought.
That is one of them, but I don't know if I will because that one's a lot longer.
In Japan, hot search on #1.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I want you to watch.
I want to watch that other show.
It's 60 episodes, which is very small,
There's so many episodes.
but they're like 20 minutes.
60 times 20 is 120.
Well, they're probably like 24 minutes.
No, it's
or whatever.
1,200. 1,200 minutes.
Yu Yu Hakusho is like 150.
I've been watching Better Call Saul for 6 years, and I'm still only on season 4.
Oh.
Dude, he just dropped the pill bottle into the guy's pocket. Well,
So you
sorry,
ended
he didn't
season
just-
3.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm a little past that.
So,
Homeboy's in the hospital right now.
yeah.
Old dude. Yeah.
I don't remember if it's the end of season 3 or season 4.
Well,
And I don't want to say anything.
I don't say it. End of season 3 is the house.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, wow.
that was crazy.
Yeah. So good, but so sad.
So
But
sad.
So good.
Okay, so you're season 4.
Yeah.
Have you met... Oh my gosh. I'm drawing a blank on his name. And if my brother-in-law is listening to this right now,
I
he's
don't
screaming
feel like
at
I've
me.
met new characters in a minute. Though.
Oh, crap.
Unless it's the two brothers.
No. It's not the two brothers. It's the guy that comes and kind of takes over for Nacho.
No.
You know Nacho.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
there's
I
a
don't
new guy
think
that
so.
comes in and kind of like starts running the business.
No, but they're getting set up to start running the business.
Okay.
So
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't remember his name.
yeah, I'm on episode 2
Literally,
of
my
season 4.
Derek, I'm so sorry if you're listening to this. He's screaming at me right now. How can you not remember him?
Oh,
I know what he looks like and everything, but I just, for some reason, I can't put a name to his face right now.
that's okay.
Dang. That just means I need to watch that show again.
Well, sorry
Well,
for the people who are just probably turned this episode off.
if you haven't seen it, Sam would highly recommend it with all of his heart. More than Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, he would recommend this movie. So
Yes.
honestly, the only thing that I'm not mad about majority of this episode, other than that
That I
you think
can't-
Twilight is better than this.
Oh yeah, Twilight's better than this. Bro, we gotta watch Twilight. Twilight sucks.
Yeah, and
It's
I'm not
so
going to like it
bad.
more than this movie.
No, you're not. It's so bad.
But how can you?
It's so bad, but this is worse.
Oh.
You guys, I'm just here to start controversy. Okay, well,
All right.
whose turn? Me turn?
Yeah, you turn, because I did last time.
This has been the worst episode I've ever had to do.
Oh, hold on. Has it been the worst episode or the most fun episode?
It was not the most fun episode.
Okay, you said it was going to be the most fun
I
episode.
feel like I thought it was going to be so fun to feel so differently.
Why do you feel bad?
I don't know.
You can not like stuff.
Yeah, but this is not me not liking it. I hate this so much.
Again, the only thing I'm upset about is that you'd rather watch Taylor Swift's Eras Tour and Twilight than this
Shoot
movie.
me now.
I really don't know if you'd rather watch that. than
No,
this
I
movie.
really would.
I don't know if you would.
The Eras Tour?
Yeah.
Kind of looks dope. Like, I just want to know what the hype's about.
Oh.
Like, the show itself
Sam.
is probably cool.
No, because you just listen to her sing.
But what if you just turn the music off and replace it with, like, Duel of the Fates? Taylor Swift. No, not even Taylor Swift. Just, like, the amount
So
of,
it'd be
like,
Lizzo.
work in that looks like it was probably kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the amount of time they spent hand drawing this entire movie.
Yuck. I'm just kidding. This has been... ripped
Egos.
egos are coming. Tomorrow, I open new trucks. I make envelopes.
And
That's my new business.
new trucks.
All right, folks. TikTok,
and envelopes.
Instagram, X. Follow us. YouTube. Apple Podcast, Spotify. Follow, subscribe. Patreon, Spotify for podcasters. Pay to subscribe. Recommend a movie, even if it's the worst movie ever or the best. Recommend it. We'll watch it. We'll review it pretty much immediately. Thank you for listening. This has been Reaction Time, and I am going to go think about what I've done.
This has been our last episode of Reaction Time because nobody's going to listen. You have ruined us.
I have ruined the podcast. Thank you, and good night. Forever.
Bye.
I've had a headache from yelling and being heated about this. I'm in actual pain.
Oh,
I have not eaten dinner yet.
I haven't either. I'm sorry.